Again, for this question, I have to work out the definite integral, and again, I'm going to try the reverse chain rule. I'm not going to try and expand out this cubed function and go from there. I think that would be too difficult. So I'm going to try and see if I use the reverse chain rule, whether it works, see what happens. So because of this, I'm going to increase the power by 1 of this function and see what happens when I differentiate it. So I've got, if I consider this, if I say that y is equal to 1 minus cos 4x raised to the power of 4, so when I differentiate it, it would become a cubic function. When I differentiate this, what do I get? So when I differentiate this, I'm going to have 4 lots of 1 minus cos 4x raised to the power of 3, and then I need to multiply it by the derivative of whatever's inside. So the derivative of 1 is 1. Now the derivative of minus cos 4x is going to be 4 sine 4x. So that's what I get. Tidying up that a little bit gives me 16 lots of sine 4x bracket 1 minus cos 4x cubed. Now this isn't quite what I had in my original integrand here. In fact, it's 16 times too big. So that means if I make my scale 1/16 smaller, I'll end up with the right answer. So that tells me that when I integrate this, the answer to that will be, so I'm going to scale by a 16th. So when I do that, I end up with this. I end up with this function, but a 16th of it. So it's a 16th of 1 minus cos 4x to the 4. It's a definite integral, so I'm going to put my limits on, pi by 8 and pi by 12. And then we can go ahead and work that out. At this stage here, I would show that I know what my substitutions are. Something that you can do is just take the 16th out, the whole 16th out at the start, to help make the answer easier. And that's what it does in the mark scheme when you look at it. Or you can just put it in and see what happens. So we've got 1/16 of 1 minus cos lots of 4 pi over 8. So 4 pi over 8 is pi over 2 raised to the power of 4. And all of that, we need to take away 1/16 of 1 minus cos 4 pi over 12. And 4 pi over 12 is pi over 3. Raise that to the power of 4. Close your bracket. We can go ahead and simplify this a little bit more. So a 16th of 1 minus 0 raised to the power of 4, because pi over 2 is 0. And then subtract 1/16 of 1. Pi over 3 is a half, so I get 1 minus a half of 4 raised to the power of 4. Type that into your calculator, or simplify it down even further if you want. We end up with a 16th of 1 and a 16th of 15 over 16, but that final answer is 15 over, not 15 over 16, sorry, it's 15 over 256.